Hi, welcome back. As per the title, today I'll be talking about my birth and delivery story. Before we start, I'd like to apologize for any noise because, of course, neighbors. So, where do I start? My due date was supposed to be on the 8th of September, but also that was the day when I was scheduled to have my last checkup in case I didn't go to labor before then. So 8th, still no signs of labor. I went in to have a checkup. Went to the doctor, was sent to have an ultrasound to determine how far the baby was and also try to estimate the delivery date. So went and did the ultrasound. The due date was pushed to 11th of September because the baby was in the right position. I don't know all the scientific terms, but the baby was okay in the right position. So Majaliwa will have him by 11th. 11th was to be on the Friday. It was to be Friday. So I went back home, tried to do all these things to induce labor, walked up and down the stairs, did squats, ate pineapples, ate pawpaws, all those things to try and have this baby. So 11th came, still there were no signs. Went to bed. Saturday morning around 2 a.m. I started feeling some discomfort in my tummy. I was like, you've been pregnant for like 9 months. You've not been cramping because you've not been having your period. So like this kind of seemed like period cramps. And then they were irregular. So they will come and then they will last a few seconds. Then I'll go back to sleep. Then they'll wake me up. So I decided to time them. That was around now 3 a.m. Saturday 3 a.m. catch up. So time them, they were coming at an interval of maybe 6 minutes, each lasting about 45 seconds, 30 seconds. Like they were very irregular. I called my mom, I told her what was happening. Like, you have your bags in order and keep listening to your body. In case they progress, you just get a cab and go to the hospital. At this time she was still in Mombasa. So I remember I went to the bathroom and I had this bloody show. And from my knowledge, my Google knowledge, if you have this bloody show, like those saying like just go to the hospital. So like I'll give myself some few hours because I was like they're not that intense, because from how I was expecting labor to be, I was like whatever I'm feeling insecure, so I'll just wait until they testify, then I can go to the hospital. I had my bags in order, chose an outfit to wear, actually made even breakfast. My bestie came, we watched a movie, we just relaxed, waiting for time to pass so that you can go to the hospital in the evening. At this point the contractions were still irregular. So fast forward, I was like, let's just go get checked. Then in case it's serious, then we can get admitted. But at that point I remember I didn't go with my whole hospital bag. I just packed a few things in my big handbag in case like I was to be sent back home. Sitakuwa nimeenda hasara, but also if I was to be admitted, at least I'll have the essentials for that time, and then my people will bring the other things later on. The hospital wasn't far from my place. It was like 20 minutes away. So we got to the hospital, went to the doctor. I was checked, so I was 2 centimeters dilated. But since I had the bloody show, they were like, we have to admit you because maybe this thing can progress fast when you're at home, and also because of the pandemic, I didn't want to have the hassle of looking for an ambulance, because I'm sure Uber at that time wasn't working. At that time the curfew was around 9 p.m. Also, I didn't want to have the hassle of dealing with Kenyan police. You know how they are. Anyway, so I was admitted at 2 centimeter dilation. So fast forward to around 9 p.m. That's when my friends and family went back and left me at the hospital, because I remember the nurse was like, you can't have someone stay with you because of corona. So the regulations had changed, And if someone had to stay with you, they have to pay for a bed. I was like, you guys, it's okay, you can just go home and then come back in the morning. So I remained at the hospital alone. I remember I was in the room. I took the general ward because private is expensive. But luckily, I think I was the only person in the labor and delivery section. So I had like the whole room. There were like three beds. So I was alone in the room. So I remember I was just pacing around the room, just getting my walk, because I remember the nurse who admitted me was like, just walk around the hospital, usikai, just try and walk to get the baby to drop so that you can go into labor fast. I remember I was just walking up and down the hospital trying to get this baby to drop, and then the contractions at this point had intensified. Like they were so painful. I remember I had woken up at 2 a.m. Saturday. So I hadn't gone back to sleep at any point during the day. So at this point I was sleepy and the contractions would not let me sleep. So I was like, okay, let me just, because I don't have any other option. Like I just have to pull through this even when you are alone. So I was just pacing, listening to when they are trying to breathe through the contractions. Okay, so the next time they came to check me was okay, I don't remember the second time they checked me, but when they checked me the second time I was 3 centimeters dilated, and then they came to check me around 10 p.m. I was 4 centimeters dilated. So remember, all this time I've been contracting, and at this point, like they were painful. Like I could, like, hey, I don't even know how to explain. They were something. So when they told me that I was still 4 centimeters dilated, like I felt defeated. Can I say that? I felt defeated. I was tired, because all this while I've been contracting, I was still 4 centimeters dilated. I was slowly dilating, and I don't know. I wanted it to be done with, like it to be over. I was just so ready to meet my baby. So 4 centimeters dilated, kept walking up and down the hospital, doing squats, like everything, so that the next time they check me, at least I'll be 6 centimeters or 7 centimeters dilated. At least I wanted progress. So the only thing that I could do was do a countdown to the next checkup. So 10 p.m. the next checkup would be around 2 p.m. I remember I even went to look for the nurse. I was like, it's time for me to be checked again. So we went, she checked me. I was still 4 centimeters dilated. I remember I went back to the room, and I wanted to cry. Actually, I did cry. I did shed some tears, because I was like, Baka Sangapi, like how long would this go on? So fast forward, the next time that they'll have to, because I was to be checked after every 4 centimeters. So the next time they checked me was around 6 going on 7 a.m. So this doctor checked me and he told me, you are 5 centimeters dilated. I was like, you're kidding. 5 centimeters dilated. All this time I've been having contractions and they're so painful. I can't go to sleep. I'm so sleepy. I was like, so I remember when he told me, I was still on the bed with my legs open like this. I started shedding tears, but I was trying to fight the tears because I didn't want to cry in front of them. But they told me, like, don't worry, no first pregnancy, and it's like that. Also, you're having a boy, so it's not evil, and people are different. No, I have a friend who started having contractions around 2 a.m. and then by noon, and she also had a son. So I was like, I remember I was active during my pregnancy, like I was up and down, even during the last minute. I was just doing all about my business. So I was like, but I've been doing the right things, like exercising, all this. Then why is it taking so long? Like, why is it taking it so long for this baby to get here? Anyway, we went back to the room, still walking up and down the hospital. The morning shift nurses had already clocked in. They were like, hey, Bado. I was like, Bado. But now the contractions, hey. Now easy, because as they talk, like, they were intense. Yes, I would walk and then they would hit me. I would just stop, breathe through them. I don't know. Hey, kudos to all mothers, because where the pain. Anyway, so around 10 a.m. that's when I was to be checked next. So we went, the nurse did her thing, and then she was like, yes, 8 centimeters dilated. I was like, thank God. Had like, we are almost here. So the contractions were like on a scale of 1 to 100, I'd say 1,000%. It was too much. I remember like after the contractions of past, I'll just walk and then I'll feel them. Like, you just feel a wave. Then mostly I feel it on my back, and then ask the nurse to rub my back. And then after a few minutes, like a minute or so, they pass. So I remember I went. So the nurse told me, okay, it's time, get you on the bed. At this time, my family had not yet come to see me, so I was alone in the hospital. But I got on the bed. I tried pushing several times, but it was like, so in my head I was telling myself, like, I want this thing to be over. Whatever you want me to do, just tell me to do. So the nurse was like, push your legs back and then try shikilia miguu. Like, but remember, you have this big belly and the nurse is telling you to hold your knees. Nasifiki. So like, so nisaidie kushika, ananiambia siwezi kusaidia, like lazima wewe ujishikie. So I was like, nikishika huku nashindwa kushika huku. So I tried pushing several times, but wapi. Then the nurse was like, wacha tuweke, I think ilikuwa maji, ananiambia tu ni maji ya uchungu. Can you fix a drip? And then the contractions sasa zikaanza kukuja. I remember during pushing, there's that time, because I don't know, I think I can't even try to explain it, but during that period, just remember it was like, it was an out of body experience. Because the next thing I remember was the nurse telling me, kichwa yako iko karibu, tunaona kichwa, just push, usiachilie, push. So I was pushing back up. I was just like, I was pushing. Finally he came out. That was Saturday the 13th, around 11:30. That's when I had my baby. So they took him out, hanging in front of my face. He said, we'll just lay down. Then they put him on my chest. I was like, oh, my baby, all that. So they took him, wiped him down, dressed him. All this time I was still having contractions. So I laid on my back, and then because I had a chair, I laid on my side. So the next step was to deliver the placenta. So the nurse was like, just relax, just let's wait for the contractions and then you push. So I waited for the contractions and pushed the placenta. Then because the baby gave me a tear, which was a first degree tear, had to be sewn. Then went and took a shower, went to my room. Then he was brought back to me to feed. But at that time I didn't have milk. Okay, it was, but it was very little. So yeah, that was my birth and delivery story. When I sit back and remember, like, at that time it was too much, but I don't think I'd change anything, because at the end of it all, I got the best gift that I could ever ask for. So yeah, but it was one hell of an experience. Would I do it again? I think it's too soon to answer that, but yeah. So thank you guys for watching until here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give us a thumbs up, remember to subscribe, and also share it with your friends. Let me know what was your experience, or what did you take from your birth and delivery story. And yeah, let's interact until my next video.